Welcome back to Garage Matters. Now today, I'm going to be installing and audio testing a power subwoofer inside of this vehicle behind me. Now come on over here, let me show you how it's done. Now first and foremost, I want to thank our friends over at AINAVI for sponsoring me and sending me this product to try out on my channel. So you're going to get this 10-inch subwoofer right here in this enclosure. You're going to get the power cables you need to install it. You're going to get this little remote right here to help control the gain. You're also going to get these RCA cables right here as well. And then over here, you have a line out converter as well. And some more stuff over here, these stickies to help mount this line out converter. And then over here, you do have some instructions on how to use the app on this product as well. All right, let's get the specs knocked out of the way. Speaker size is 10 inches. So continuous power is 300 watts. Peak power is 1200 watts. All right, so frequency response, this goes down as low as 20 hertz. So on my head unit, it can go down to 30. So on my head unit, we're going to set it to 30. Over here, we've got bass boost, low pass filter, 4 ohms fuse rating, and these are dimensions right here. Now, I'm not too good with metrics, so let's go ahead and get a measurement on this speaker right here for you guys. Now the width on this enclosure is about 10 inches and it is about 13 inches long, and as far as tallness, it's about 2.5 inches tall. So this is perfect for you folks that want to pick something up and can hide it underneath your seat. We're going to test it on my vehicle. We're going to try and put it underneath our seat to see if it'll fit back there. I think it'll probably be really good for those truck guys who want to stick it behind their back seats as well too. Now back here we have a little push button for our phase, our power on and off, our low pass filter 50 to 150. I think for this one we're going to turn it all the way down to 50 because we don't even want the lows to come out of this subwoofer. Bass boost, I guess we'll just leave it in the neutral position, so it looks like it's going to be +6. Input gain, this is the way it came, so we'll just leave it right in the middle as well. This is for your remote control. I'm going to use these 2 RCA inputs and hook it directly to my head unit. Here's a fuse, and this is for your power, remote, and ground right here. Now up here, let's take a look at this subwoofer. Now this woofer right here, it is a pretty hard material, so I'm not going to press it down a lot. I don't want to pop it or anything, but that is what it looks like. Let's go ahead and turn it around, and there's nothing else on here. And this probably weighs about a good, I'm going to say about 10 to 15 pounds. So it's not light. This material, take a look at that. This is made out of metal, which is kind of interesting. This is also made out of metal as well too. Now, I was kind of expecting this to be made out of wood, but this is actually made out of metal. Alright, that's enough talking about this. Let's go ahead and get this installed so we can try this out. Now, here's all the instructions again. And for steps number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, we are going to skip. Step number 5, this is if you have a factory head unit. I do not have a factory head unit, so I'm going to skip number 5. I'm going to go straight to the back on step number 6. And step number 6, this is if you have an aftermarket head unit. Most aftermarket head units have outputs for your subwoofers. So we are just going to connect these RCA cables from channels 1 and channel 2 directly to the subwoofer outputs on our head unit. Now the rest of this stuff right here, the power right here, the power cable. So this one, the red wire is going to go to your battery. This blue wire is going to go to our ACC port of the car fuse. But I think I'm going to wire it differently. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm going to do with this wire right here. And then the grounding wire, it is telling us to attach it to the metal screws under the car seat. And then we should be good to go. So fairly simple installation for this product. Now we're going to do our first test. We're going to see if this can actually fit underneath the seat. Now take a look at this vehicle. This is a tiny little car. So the seating position in this vehicle is pretty low. I'm going to scoot this seat back and see if we can slide it over this subwoofer, and it goes all the way back, and that is what it looks like, and it is directly underneath the seat right there. Fits perfectly. Now we can definitely sit in here and still have some music bumping from the rear section. Now for this next step on your vehicle, you need to go ahead and pull out your aftermarket head unit. I've already done so, and I'm not going to show you guys because everyone has a different vehicle. Most aftermarket head units will have outputs for your subwoofer, your front, and up here are for your rear. So on this head unit, I am going to unplug the ones for my subwoofers right here. And my subwoofers are actually right here in the door right here. So I've got one on my passenger door, and I've got one down here on my driver door over here. Now we're gonna grab our RCA cables down here, and then you want to snake your RCA cable back behind the center console, pull it through here, and then we are just going to plug it up to the back side of this head unit, just like this right here. Now you're going to grab the other end, and then we're just going to plug the red to red and then the black to white. That way it matches the same outputs as up here on the head unit. Now we have to wire our power cable. In order to do this, there are these set screws back here that you have to back out. I've already backed these out. Once they're backed out, you can insert your harness just like this, and you want to shove it in there so it's nice and firm, and then you're going to come back around on the other side on the set screws and then tighten them down. Now with the power harness connected to the subwoofer, we need to go ahead and start wiring up the rest of these cables. I'm going to start with the blue one first because the blue one needs ACC power. This is what's going to tell the subwoofer to turn on and off when you turn the key to the ACC position. Now to get ACC power, the instruction manuals was telling us to tap power from the fuse box. I'm not going to do that because I got this head unit pulled out, and what I like to do is tap power from the clock. Now the clock runs off ACC power as well. I've already got it mapped out right here, and what I like doing is just inserting this right behind this harness right here inside of this pin connector to tap power from the ACC. And then in the instructions, it told us to connect the black wire, which is the negative cable, to one of the screws underneath the seat. I think they mean the mounting bolts for the seat rails right here. Now I'm going to use this one for demonstration purposes, but once I go to a final installation, I'm probably going to move this one to the one that's back here. That way I could hide everything and make everything nice and clean. Now to run this red cable to the battery, you can go through the firewall. Some people like making it easy and they go through the fender right here, and then they snake it out through here, and then they pull it through. But if you go through the firewall, you could come out right here. I've already came out right here for something else, and that's where you would come out. And then you would just bring it over here and hook it up to the battery. Now in the kit, it did come with this fuse right here. We need to hook this up to the end of this cable that we pulled from the amplifier. We are just going to connect it just like this, snap it in, and then the terminal lead right here, this end right here, we are going to bring it over to the positive side of the battery and then put it on there and then secure it with the nut. You want to be careful because it might spark, and then we're just going to tighten it down just like that. We are almost done inside of here. Last thing we need to do is hook up our remote control right here. And to do that, we're just going to grab the other end. It's going to look like an Ethernet cable, and you're just going to plug it right here where it says remote control. Now let's go ahead and turn this key. Yes, key. This car is so old, it still has a key to the ACC position. Now in the instruction manuals, it did say if it is wired up correctly, it should turn green. It turned green. Alright guys, let's go over this setup real quick. Now on here, for the subwoofer, I am just going to turn the gain input all the way to max. Do the same thing for the bass boost. And then for the low pass, we're just going to leave it in the center position right here. Now on the head unit, we are going to put the subwoofer to 30 Hertz. So it's going to play everything from 30 Hertz and below. For the gain, we're going to leave it at 0. And for the slope, I don't want it to play everything over there. So we are going to leave the slope at -24. Now for the fader balance, we are going to leave it on front left. That is because the speaker up here is disconnected. I don't want anything to be playing from the front speakers because we are just going to test this subwoofer down here. And then later on in the music, I will switch it to the right. That way we could get some audio from these front speakers to see how well this subwoofer pairs with the rest of this audio system inside this vehicle. Now back here, I do have two 6.5-inch speakers back here as well. Now for my dB meter over there, I have this microphone. I'm gonna set it up just right here in the middle right here. And I do have another wireless microphone right here that's gonna capture some audio. And then the other one that I'm wearing right here on my collar, I will detach as well and place it inside the vehicle. Now this testing for the bass on this subwoofer, I am gonna test it on max volume. And the gain right here is turned all the way up to max. Now I think we're ready to go ahead and start playing some music.
Say, tell it to your mammy, it don't matter, I ain't listening anyway. They just mad to see decide to drop, they look like ocean spray. You can get it to a future word more than you talk today. This what happen when you take your pain and make it motivation. It ain't gonna be easy trying to be a legend. It's to play me, you need execution, not excuses, dog, you gotta face it. They don't want the truth, but if you quit, you don't deserve to make it. What you think they giving greatness out? Now you gotta take it. They don't know the hustle, they confused when they look at you. Sure you hit your goals, they all shot, they think you put your mind to it, you can do it, yeah, and I'm a fool. It's the odds against me. Back against the wall, my strength, yeah. I can't let it break. Everything I've been through is made better. Love and hate, it just made me better. Been through everything, it just made me better. I can't waste the pain, it just made me better. Working every day, it just made me better. I need all the wins, yeah.
Alright guys, what did you guys think of that audio test? Once again, let's come on over here to my head unit. Now, I was only letting it play 30 Hz and below because it did advertise as being able to play down to 20 Hz. And I wanted to test that low bass. Now, it would have sounded just a little bit louder if I would have bumped the slope up or bumped the Hertz up. But again, I wanted to see if it can play 30 Hz and below. And the gain was set to 0, so that's already maxed out as well on my head unit. And for what it's worth, I thought this power subwoofer definitely complemented my stereo system inside of this vehicle with the 6.5 and the 4-inch speakers up here. Well, actually this one up here because that one's disconnected. But I thought this paired up with my stereo system perfectly. Now take a look at this again. It looks really nice in here. And don't forget, you can always store this underneath your seat as well, or just leave it out here because it looks really nice out here as well. And if you're interested in this product, I will leave a link in my description below, so check them out. Make sure you join us next time on Garage Matters and hit the like and subscribe button.